a lot of the bettors have been mad and upset in regards to Saquon Barkley yesterday. And so I think this is why sports betting is a problem, right? It starts to turn into the players having to, answer questions about them making decisions on the field when they shouldn't have to appease people when it comes to sports betting. But let's go ahead and get into this one.
It's important because it's playoff football. If you don't get through this one, you go home. So we got the job done, and I don't like saying like we got the job done, make it seem like we got out here and we survived. We won a football game. That's a really good team. This playoff football. There's 14 teams in, and it's the best 14 teams. And at the end of the day, we did what we needed to do, and there's things we can improve anytime, no matter what. Even if we came out here and won 4-3, there's going to be stuff we can improve on. So we'll find out who we got next and get ready for those.
How tempting was it when you saw all that green grass in front of you on your slide at the
No,
end?
it wasn't tempting. Situational football, no mas. It's first down, you win the game. So get the first down, get down. Don't matter. It's important because.
So there you have it. I mean, if someone's sitting there thinking like, hey, well, maybe Saquon was, he just wanted to slide to, screw all the bettors. I mean, that's not the case. When you look at situational football, this is the playoffs, right? I could have got the touchdown for sure, but I'm just going to go ahead and slide. We run this timeout and we win the game. This is the playoffs. This isn't a regular game. This isn't a regular season game. This is to move forward to the divisional and have a shot at getting back or getting to the Super Bowl. And so, I think for Saquon Barkley, it's like, yeah, the touchdown would have been nice, but there's a lot of variables that could have happened. Who knows? He could have ran down that field and got injured. You just don't know. So, yeah, I'm sure everyone would have been so excited to get the anytime Saquon Barkley touchdown because there's money involved. But the way I look at it is, hey, this is a professional football player making a business decision to go ahead and slide and get out of there with the win. But let's go ahead and get into it. It says Eagles running back Saquon Barkley's late slide and playoff win stymies bettors. Saquon Barkley looked to be off to the races, headed for a last-minute touchdown that would have had no impact on the outcome of the Philadelphia Eagles' 22-10 win over the Green Bay Packers on Sunday, but would have cashed a lot of tickets for the betting public. More bets were placed on Barkley to score a touchdown against the Packers than were placed on any other players in Sunday's 3 NFL playoff games at multiple sportsbooks. And this is insane. This is absolutely insane that so many people said, he's guaranteed. He's going to score the touchdown, and I'm going to put the money on it because it's going to happen. I know it is. Everybody chose Saquon Barkley to score out of all the other running backs. Barkley to score a touchdown was the third most popular leg of all NFL parlays Sunday at ESPN Bet, and he appeared destined for the end zone after breaking free on the Eagles' final drive. With Philadelphia leading 22-10 with 1:09 to play, Barkley took a handoff over left tackle and burst through the Packers defense and into the clear before electing to slide down after picking up the first down. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts took a knee on the last play to run out the final seconds and secure the win. Barkley said after the game, it wasn't tempting to try for a touchdown. It's first down, you win the game. So it's get the first down and get down, he said. Don't matter. Barkley, who was a -190 favorite to score a touchdown at ESPN Bet, finished with 119 yards rushing and no touchdowns. So there you go. There you go. I get a lot of people are mad and upset. I get it. I was there at one point. But the reality is this, there's a lot of opportunities that players could take that they don't. And there's a lot of opportunities that players take that you don't want them to take. Right? Your favorite quarterback, he's going to get 25 yards rushing, and then he has a kneel at the end of the game to run out the clock, and he loses that 1 yard, and now you miss out on that 25 yards because he had to take a kneel. That's the name of the game. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. Don't be in the players' DMs because you didn't get paid because you decided to place a bet. It's called gambling for a reason. But moving on. Shout out to DJ G. What up, man? Says most of us had a good weekend. I agree. Shout out to you, Frederica. Says what's good, Jay and the Rich Gang. to be for real, players been dealing with this forever from fantasy football too, without a doubt. 100%. Joe Smith, what up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. It says fly, Eagles, fly. It was some good football yesterday. It was some good football Saturday as well. We got another game tonight. It's going to be the Vikings and the Rams. We will be streaming that, so make sure you are here for it. It's going to be a good time. But yeah, getting back to this, like I said, I think it's one of those situations where people have to understand that gambling is just that, right? You're taking a chance. You shouldn't be mad at anybody else but yourself. If you decide to put money on a game, or if you decide to put money on an individual to do these things, you can't be mad and upset as far as the situation, especially when it comes to a player like Saquon Barkley deciding to go ahead and take that knee. You got the first down, run out the clock, get out of there, and move on to the divisional round. So I'm not mad at all. You shouldn't be either. You shouldn't be either. Mark says gamblers will bet you anything that they can quit gambling right now. I agree. I agree. Joe says he is the best running back in the league. Even so, I'm not betting on him. See what I'm saying? Listen, you make the decision to bet. That's just the reality of it. When you decide to move that money out of your checking account, banking account, whatever it is, and place that bet, you are accepting the acknowledgement of being responsible for whatever outcome happens. It's not about the player. It's not about what happens in the game. You are responsible for placing that bet. So it's on you. If you mad about something, be mad at yourself and say, hey, maybe this ain't for me. Maybe I don't need to be sports betting because I can't handle it. I've got anger management issues. Maybe I should invest this money in some therapy instead of the sports betting. You can't let stuff like that get the best of you. You can't be mad and upset about it. And, I'm just hoping that we learn to do better. We learn to do better as a society. So shout out to you, Mark. Says, good morning, Jay. Does it bother you that sports or betting or sports books are now part of this equation? Yeah. I think there's two sides to it, right? I think if you remove the advertising and the promotion of sports betting from the NFL and NBA or hockey, whatever, directly, then it would make it a little bit more acceptable to justify, right? Like, okay, if the actual athletes in the actual leagues aren't promoting the sports betting directly, then I think that kind of, shifts a lot of the issues that we see and a lot of the problems that we see. And a lot of where a lot of the blame is placed, right? The league doesn't care about people blaming the players. They care about the money they're making from the sports books. So they're going to promote the sports books. And then obviously, we don't care about, that people are in players' DMs and telling them the worst kind of scenarios and what they would do to them because, their parlay didn't hit. The league's not dealing with that. That's on the players to deal with it. So I'm looking at it like, well, the players are in this situation where it's like, well, we're paying you all this money, so you got to deal with that too. You got to deal with what comes on the field. You got to deal with the refs, and you got to deal with the fans of your DMs because you didn't get that extra 5 yards they needed on their parlay. It's a bad situation. I don't think people are really digging into it as much as they should be, and unfortunately, that's just the name of the game.